On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. I'll include the back cover synopsis, content warnings, as well as my pro and con list. To avoid any spoilers, head over to my Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these books. Let's jump in for the day. Today we're going to be talking about Keep It Together by Rachel John, which is the fourth book in her Sworn to Loathe series. It's the newest release. It came out in November of 2023. The back cover synopsis says, "It's not awkward unless we make it awkward." Carmen. I have forgiven Isaac for being a jerk to me when we were kids. But while my grudge against him is gone, my fears are alive and well. I don't care how much chemistry there is between us. I am done with guys and their commitment issues. I found a way to make life a whole lot easier. I friend-zoned them. Every single one. Unfortunately, Isaac isn't like other guys. He knows all about the friendship-only box I've shoved him into and constantly teases me about it. It's not the elephant in the room, it's his favorite joke. The line between goofiness and flirtation is growing thinner with every interaction. Isaac hasn't just charmed my parents and all of the senior citizens we picked up for bingo. He's also winning me over, and I am terrified. Isaac. I couldn't have designed a person more perfectly apt to making me lose my mind than the grown-up version of Carmen. I already knew she was funny, adventurous, kind to a fault, but adding attraction to that is like pouring lighter fluid on a campfire. Telling her how I feel would send her running into the other direction. So I make jokes. If she wants to see the truth of the words, it's right there. She can try and set me up with her friends, sick her neighborhood matchmaker on me, and ban me from bringing her flowers. For now. I won't step a toe over the line without her permission, but I'm not afraid of the long game. Carmen is the goal, and I plan to show her what being friends really means. This is another dual point of view contemporary rom-com. You get the second chance, this friends to lovers trope. The intimacy is moderate. There's making out on the couch. No language, and no violence unless you count the older brother threatening the love interest. Potential trigger warnings. There's past hurt that changes how we act with fear of relationships. As far as cons, there was a fair amount of side characters to keep track of. And if you've read the other series in order, which you obviously should, you don't have as many because you'd see Sadie and Denver come back. But there's a fair amount of side characters still, like Mimi and BB, that are just so funny, and I loved how they tried to talk Isaac up like he needed help. Also, some of them did not get what they deserved. Those dates really needed to be taken down a couple of times. But I would really like to see some of these side characters turned into stories, especially Winnie's, and so hint, hint. Rachel, we'd love to see that book. On the pro side, I really kind of admired Carmen and Isaac. Carmen was just her quirky self. She had a unique hobby that instead of hiding and being ashamed of, I guess, she found a group to encourage it and had fun and then displayed her creations. And she had the colorful cardigans that just made her feel good and warm, and she didn't apologize for being a little odd. She just went about being herself, and that was just really beautiful to see. And then Isaac just making sure everyone's cared for, taking care of them. In fairness, he had a hard time finding the line, I think. It says that she was kind to a fault. I think so was he. But I loved that he pitched in and helped because he wanted to, not just to impress her. And he would just take whatever razzing from the group. And I really liked that he didn't rush her, that he was okay with the long game, as he said, that she could make the decision without pressure. But I appreciate that he still made sure that she knew he was interested, calling dibs, so there wasn't confusion kind of a thing. Now, my favorite part is the sweet, swoony flirting with Isaac. That was in the beginning. I couldn't have designed a person more perfectly apt to make me lose my mind. I already knew she was funny, adventurous, friendly, and goofy, but adding attraction to that was like pouring lighter fluid on a campfire. Like, does it get more swoony than that? I don't think it does. It was just amazing. Anyways, I do wonder if we're going to get Winnie and Grace's story. I've heard rumors about getting Grace's, but I haven't seen anything official. So if you do, let me know, and I will be back with another awesome book soon. Happy reading, everyone.